That's better. Right. So yeah, greetings, salutations. Welcome to well, Saturday Night Reaver, really, isn't it? That's why I'm here. It's a Saturday night, and I'm reavering, if that's an actual thing. I'm making it an actual thing. So, um, so yeah, I hope you've had a good few days since the last stream that I visited you in your nightmares. Um, yeah, so tonight you can see we've got some more little guys from Trench Crusade, another tank hunter, and another, well, it's a close combat version of the heavy mechanized suit dudes. But yeah, so this is the plan for today. This is where I'm heading, in unknown territories once more. But yeah, so how is everybody? I hope you're all well and fine and dandy, groovy in fact. Let's see, does that make a difference? That makes a little bit of difference. Does it? Do it? Yeah. Yeah. Nah, it's better. Um, just juggling cameras as you do. But yeah, so it's been a week. It's only Sunday tomorrow, obviously, because that's how it follows. Yeah, it's been a week. Um, but anyway, painting's here. It's a hobby. It's something to distract us from everything going on out in the world. And yeah, let's get going with it. Now, let's apply some paint. That's a good start. We're starting off with some Mournfang brown and mixing that with a fair amount of water. I may have made it a bit too watery, but that's okay because I'm doing two. So we'll soon find out. Right. Yeah, that's too watery. With the watered Mournfang, we are going all over the armour of this. Actually, out the way. Take that all over. so. Moved into those little hard to reach areas under the loincloth. So you just need a coating, don't need to be thick or anything like that, just want it to be covered as much as you can. Hey, you know what? I was just thinking about you. How are you? Are we doing the hobby today? Ominous. Yeah, it was always ominous when I'm thinking of you. Yes. I think it's because we're painting the communicant female tank hunter, because comparing it to you, it's the complete opposite. It's tall, it's a woman, and likes to kill things at range, where we know that you like to get up close and personal. See the whites of their eyes. Sorry. How you been anyway, buddy? I missed you last night as well, because I came into the chat just as you disappeared. About to pick up a rush and get to work on my Sororitas Hospital. You're not going post Mass Effect funk, as I've just finished another playthrough. Oh yeah, that's legitimate and understandable. It is a good game. Sorry, I reached the end of my stamina last night. That's all right. I did see there was a few people in chat, but at the time I was watching Miss Marple, so I had to wait until the end of the mystery before joining. And literally, I was just loading into Discord, check the thing, and just see your name just go pook. Alright. What for that? To be fair, Miss Marple, wait for the new one. Yes. Like a Canadian Mountie, she always gets a man. Or female. Woman. Sorry. Man or woman. Sorry. And to be fair, before coming on here, I'd actually started watching A Pocket Full of Rye. So I've got that to look forward to another time, because I only got sort of halfway through. Right. Um, so from the other night, I actually painted 3 of the smaller people. So we got Ammo Monk, almost like a Jedi with its 50 cal magazine. We got Combat Medic. So I've still got to do a little bit more to these. It's just that I'm, doing that. And a Witchfinder dude. There was a bit of damage on one of his pauldron things, so I just done that. I might change them for having crosses because I know I've got some small decals that I could just slip in there, just a bit of personalisation. It was working again. It was working again. It did go into Witchfinder. Ouch, itchy back. I had the black. Where did I put the black? There's the black. Do I want that black or do I want the other black? I'll go about them. So I don't use that. Hey, Maris. How are you, buddy? Are we still taking a break from Titans? I need to get to mine. I need to get to a lot of stuff. I just need to get my house into gear. Yeah. That does help. What also helps is if you've got plans for gaming. That's one of the best incentives to get through a project. Because if you go, right, we're going to meet up, because you did it with your, was it Warcry stuff, wasn't it? Last year when we met up, and you blitzed through them all and got them all done. So you can do it. You have the skills and the technology, but it is a major factor in helping you get a project out of the way. Cursity, yeah. And we've been playing that with my Ilmario. Oh, that's cool. Well, at least you're getting to play with them. That's the thing. Was that Dan Element? Would you like meet up at friend's house? Yeah, so I know you know, but people might be seeing now about the news of Jervis Johnson of Games Workshop fame joining the Trench Crusade, which was quite surprising to read. I know Andy Myers, not Andy Myers, that's a mate of mine, Andy Chambers joined at the start of the year or end of last year. There was a post where he said he was working on a team. But I did see, last week episode of Jugs, no, the week before actually, tell a lie, episode of Jugs with Peachy, Robin, Louise, and they were talking to Thomas, who is like one of the lead guys on Trench Crusade, and he was like saying about being quite complimentary about Jervis Johnson, from when he first started working with Games Workshop and stuff. And yeah, it's just like really interesting to see that he's now joining in with Trench Crusade. So that is going to be good. And plus, like with this new thing, they like let off the reins a bit as well, so they can be that little bit more creative than they were with the established lore within 40k. If I just ask you guys, is the music level okay? Is it not too loud? Is it just, you know, nice bit of background, chilled? Doing good. Picked up a paintbrush for the first time since November. The Titan is progressing. Got it undercoated black and silver. Washed next after I do this diorama. Cool. Now mate's house, regular gaming, board gaming night. That's even cooler. So you don't have to deal with idiots. Unless you are the idiot. Well, that's big news. I saw Graham McNeil is writing for it. I think is he? I haven't seen that, and I know Graham, but then I think he's not as active on Instagram than he is on like other formats. So, see, Twitter was the main one. So I'll have to catch up with him and find out for sure. I'll be honest, I can't hear it. Okay. Music is just about right, in my opinion. That's cool. It's a very low because I know that people have said, "Oh, it's too loud" before, so I just don't muck about things. Well, I could be wrong. Maybe I misheard. I said I didn't even know about Jervis doing it, so which is cool. Right, hairdryer. Where's my hairdryer? Sorry about the noise. What am I looking for? That will help. New Duke and I do want a bit more of a yeah. What do I wash it with? Um, yeah, I like to actually use Agrax on mine, but I use it through an airbrush, um, which can use a lot more, but it does give a really good, especially on like metals, it gives a really good sort of like well used, worn look. Because that's the thing, like some people will use Nuln Oil, others use obviously um, that you can get sort of like make your own kind of watches by going into like Hobbycraft and buying those big mediums that they do, because you get like one of them for about £6-7, and it's like but if we've got one to hand, I don't think. I don't know where my pot is, but they do like a big. I wonder what that got to. It's like that big, sort of pot medium. Um, so they're actually really good value because they're like artist stuff. Um, but you could use like that in bulk via airbrush. And that will definitely work out cheaper. I did consider picking up an airbrush just for this project. Maybe I'll look into it. It does feel daft cheaping out on paint with a Warlord. Yeah, I know that feeling. It's like Mark Bedford of like the studio, I think Forge World and all that. He painted one of the GW Forge World, sorry, one of the Forge World Warlords in like a day, and he was using rattle cans, and then like washed over with something or other. But yeah, he was just using rattle cans on um, everything, so like lead belcher or whatever, and then whatever colours he was using on the actual Titans themselves, all rattle can. Once you've got the base colours done, then you just sort out the rest afterwards, don't you? Right. Yeah, shaky, shaky, boom shaker. So from the Mournfang, this is lead belcher. So kind of like a dry brush, but I call it a wet to dry brush. So you're not getting rid of everything off there. No, you don't go it's like real sort of minuscule amounts. You take a little bit off and then just go over it and rapidly slap it around. And this is what I've been doing for donkey's years. As I said, I call it wet to dry brush because you can just keep going until the brush is dry and then you go in again. And so just like a cursory excess off. I use Curse Black and Lead Belcher rattle cans. Right now I'm just following Duncan's Titanicus painting guide. As good as any. My old Imperial Knights, my Tyrannus Imperial Knights, were all done using Duncan's. It was his first video tutorial for Games Workshop, which was a 4-parter, I think, and it was painting House Tyrannus because I was going to do House Tyrannus, which was a bit. It was a bit confusing because me and my mate, when we knew that Knights were coming out, we both loved Mechanicum and we both loved the Imperial Knights, the Knights of Tyrannus in there. We both knew that they were blue and silver, or blue and white and silver and whatever. And then they come out and they're red. Like, what? But then this is 40k, so they change it all. Some vicious. Yeah, one of the best tutorials. I used it on my House Terry Knights. That's cool. I say it gives you the basis. You know, you don't have to do them in red. You can do them in whatever. Just swap the colours out, and then just the superstructure in particular was helpful. Whew. Let's take it out of here a little bit. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like it was these tank hunter models in particular that really caught my eye, and I was kind of lucky as well with my friend Nigel, who sort of helped me get hold of some models, and I got these as part of the package. So these are like the mercenaries. You get 4 tank hunters, and they are delightful. I love them. Hey, it's the Alucord. Hello, Alucord. How are you today? Still on your trip around Europe? Thank you very much, buddy. Got a lot for a bit back soon. No worries, buddy. That's all cool. Cool. Yeah, I'll be here for a while for work. You do such detailed work. Oh, thank you very much. I'll try my best. It helps with having good models. So these, as I say, they are 3D printed. That my friend managed to, a friend of my friends who's got a 4K 3D printer, so they got that sorted out for us. So it definitely does help, to say the least. I forgot the head of the last one as well. But with getting that base of Mournfang down, it does give it a really nice sort of worn and dirtied metal finish to it. Now, once I've blocked in the colours I need to block in, we'll be going over it all with some Agrax and stuff. Evening, everyone. Hey, Mac, how are you, buddy? A nice little group of us here tonight. That's lovely. Let's just realised I wasn't even watching my stream as well. That's disgraceful behaviour. That's better. Oh. All good, dude. You? Yeah, I'm all right. I'm all right. Thank you very much. I did the other night. And I logged out. I came back about 10 minutes later. It was just like, oh, I don't really want to. I was feeling it and all that. And then I got like a second wind, and I thought, oh, I'll go back on. Came on for like another hour or so. Right, so you can see like that sort of. It's hard to focus on these metallics at the best of time. Right, don't worry. Kit Bash Saturday. Pardon me. Right. Right. Some Überschicker. Again, using a flat brush, I'm just applying a little Corex white so it catches the rays there. So it's sort of like I suppose it's like a zenithal highlight. It's not quite, but that's where we're going with that. Expanding the Skaven, I think for this one, even a Warlock Engineer would say, no, 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 no. I do enjoy seeing your Skaven coming up when you post them up. They're doing really good work with them, mate. They're very characterful as well, aren't they? Little ratties. Thank you, appreciate it. No worries, buddy. Credit where it's due. You do top work. Good, 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 good. And, sepia. Don't need sepia. I'll need down a bit. Agrax. I'm looking for my old pot of Agrax. My watered down Agrax. Ah, there you are. And then I would also need that. That's it. Put sugar. Get that done. Right. spilled a bit. Never mind. We shall rescue it. A bit all over the place at the moment because I've got spilt stuff. I've got the new mix spreading it everywhere. Yeah, no, these big guys are really bloody cool. So you've got obviously the one I've done was it last week or the week before? Which was the like rotor cannon Gatling gun dude. You've got this like poleaxe guy, and then you've got one with a shield and axe. So a hand axe, not bloody this big bloody thing. Let's give them a bit of You still on the Treachery Site? Yeah. You see the new stuff that they put up, like the new lore, which was the Mobile Fortress Britannia, which is like some sort of like mega battleship thing, but it can also not only sail, it can actually go on land. And there's a nice bit more sort of information and stuff. Yeah, I subbed to Scanner Barkley last night. Ordered a couple of Goetic Warlocks, Anointed, and yeah, it's the Artillery Witch is such an awesome concept and model. You know, like with these guys, we have the Ammunition Monk, but they're not using like sorcery to summon up a 50-pound bomb to lots of people, or a 100-pound bomb. But yeah, it's just the name Artillery Witch, just awesome. Right, I'm actually gonna zoop and do the base color of the base. Really, I should have done that beforehand, but I'm such a nincompoop. Not just a nincompoop, but you know, I'm just having fun painting. Well, this is watered down Xandri dust. That's what I've been doing with all these bases. Keep them uniform. So I'm just literally like, you know, just wetting the brush, dipping it in the paint, so it just goes out, because you don't have to be precise when doing this part of it. Just start opening. Bunk. Right. I'm studying my paints and wondering where is the Sons of Horus. There it is. Excellent. Now, why don't you just fling around a bloody stapler, a scalpel, Lee? That sounds like a great idea. Hairdryer. We'll try. I'm going to try. I'm just going to try. That's all I do. I'm just trying. I'm very trying. Whew. That's going pretty quickly, to say the least. that silver. Hey! Hello there, Gratang. You just got home. How are you, buddy? I know you had a good time today, didn't you? There was Gratang went to ChillCon and hung out with some other friends of ours. Did you meet lots of people? Well, obviously there was lots of people there, but yeah, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Been home a while, been watching TV with you. Oh, the lovely Amelia. Did she have a good time? She did have a good time. She now has a Magikarp hat. Well, that's the sign of a great time if you come away with a Magikarp hat. Brass. Cheers to good times and fond memories. I'm trying to find a bloody Rhinox. Booba shaker. Booba shaker. Nice. Yeah. Right, I'll do those stats in there. Should use the other silver for that, wherever I put it there. That's all that. That's alright, that's coming along quite nicely now. Beep, 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 beep. So, put some Brits. Aha. It says aha. It means aha. Or does he? brush lickers everywhere. Unite. Licking your brushes. Wash day just holds everything else up. Yeah, that's why I always, you know, have my hair dryer to hand. It was like back in 2022 when I was at the Horus Heresy Open Day, because I was so obsessed with wanting to be the first person to leave Warhammer World with a fully painted and complete model, or Mark 6, because you could pick up a Mark 6 Marine or several. I didn't. I was a good boy. I didn't pick up the one, but I know some people that came away with like 10. I was so obsessed with doing this, I bought myself a brush, because the standard ones they had there were just pretty basic. So I got myself a brush. I can't even remember which one it was actually. It wasn't a fine detail brush. I bought myself some textured paint. So I think it was like Armageddon Dunes. I think it was the lumpier one. And then £20 on an Emperor's Children decal sheet. And then literally just painted and got it done. I had to make up my own form of Sapia, because they didn't have any Sapia there. Not like I wasn't going to buy another one. I wanted to just go mental and buying paints. You know, I do have limits, he says. But yeah, I was getting all that done just because I wanted to leave with the first fully painted one. As far as I know, I was. So because nobody else was stupid enough to do what I did. I have limits, says the man in front of how many Titans? Yeah, but I haven't reached my limit for Titans. yes, I shall, whilst that's all sorting itself out, do some of this shit. That. And bush. Slurp a drink. How many Trench Crusade figures did you get and what scale did you go for? I just went with normal scale. As far as I'm aware, whatever the standard is, I didn't realise there was an option to go different scale, to be fair. I said which ones I liked, and then a couple of weeks later they miraculously appeared via post. So I'm assuming they're 28mm. So model count wise, they sent me the mercenaries and the New Antioch stuff, although I did get some other extra bits in there, like the Red Brigade Lieutenant and the Ammo Dog, and something else which I don't know what the hell it is. I can only assume it's a bad thing. So, yes. Because they all came in a box together. Luckily, certain models, such as the Tank Hunters, they're one piece. But there are other ones where you have multiple pieces because I didn't get any instructions. So there's that. Welcome to the Trench, brother. I am an heresiarch backer. I'll make sure Thomas sees this. Oh, much appreciated, dude. As, I watched his interview the other day on Jugs. It was about a week ago, and yes, it was really cool to hear him talk about, and obviously the news today about Jervis joining in as well. So Andy Chambers and Jervis in there, which was just like, wow, this is really awesome. Shit is getting real. Yeah, so like this. pardon me. Yeah, so he was just grey at the start. So where's hour and a half? Hour and a half to get to this stage, which is pretty cool. I really like the heavy dudes. So I've seen. Oh, hold on, I don't know whether or not it's because. Right, let's close that before that gets knocked over. No, that's not helping either. I don't think. Oh. Oh, will you focus? You've been doing it so well recently. Oh, you little shit. Yeah, but seeing as these two have been like painted like a week or so apart, I've still got a little bit more to do on this one, but you know, the colour matching is actually pretty cool. I'm really excited about the Mobile Fortress of Britannia. That is really cool. So just get back here. I need you. So that's one I've done. Well, I've done 3 the other night. So Ammo Monk, Combat Medic, and Witchfinder. I'm going to redo the pads because I was trying to freehand a cross. and it didn't work out too well for a freehand of a cross. The most simple bloody thing you could actually do. It's stupid. Right. I'm going to do more in the skin, actually. So oop. Well, cheers, dude. That's most kind of you, sir. Yeah, this game definitely has my attention, to say the least. And if you are thinking about Trench Crusade, then check out Jugs, which is, if you don't know already, it's Louise Sugden, Peachy, and Rob Sims doing that on their podcast or blog, whatever it is called nowadays. But about 2 weeks ago, they had Thomas on there, and it was really, really good. You know, you learn so much about the process and obviously his past and all the other game design that he's done. Obviously, Mordheim is one of his that he worked on when he was at Games Workshop. But yeah, this has got so much more going for it. To be fair, it's yeah, I just love the whole. I love the whole concept about it. Damn it! Damn it! Damn it! I think that's normal. But don't want to be putting that on there. You want wet. Cheers, dude. But yeah, the whole idea of Trench Crusade, like the whole background, I love that sort of dark, sort of religious overtones. You know, good versus evil, and that sort of like how it's been, 800 years of warfare to get to the point they are in 1914, which obviously Great War, but it has that Great War aesthetic, but with more religious undertones mixed in, and yeah, it's the whole sort of taking little bits from here, there, and everywhere, which is really cool. Give that a blowjob. Blowjob? Say what you mean, Lee. Oh fuck me, that's pretty good. So I couldn't remember how, because I know it weren't just the base Mournfang; it was a mix of colours. But getting it close to that, I'm pretty chuffed. Uh, Grabby from the very beginning. I've been a supporter from the start. I'm thinking about Sultanate will be my main faction. Alchemical nightmares for Allah, at least until the Hebrew Knights arrive. Yeah, I say I do like. So they've got like so much, character. All the factions have there. Now, obviously, I'm traditionally like in like 40k. I tend to play the good guys, or I say you can't really say that in 40k because there are no good guys, but the non-demonic type dudes. Um, so yeah, they had some interesting ideas, but again, it was these guys with their little suit. I just love these guys. They're awesome, and these guys as well because these are like so iconic. Right, I was so happy how that one turned out. It speaks volumes. I've got another two to do as well, which is awesome to look forward to doing. um, I might just give that another dry brush. So, right, considerations, and I've considered, and I'm going for it because this top bit's just nagging at me a little bit. The old OCD is kicking in. Tomas is fully invested in the background. That team is a force of nature regarding productivity. The giant is born of the blood of Jesus Christ. Mike Franchina has done some strong work. Yeah, there's and the artwork as well. So that obviously draws a lot of people into it as well because the artwork really adds although you don't see much of the overall shape, the mobile fortress of Britannia had such a sort of feel to it when they released that earlier in the week. But what I was, I was actually thinking about reaching out to Thomas about, because from what I could read from the timeline that they've already released. Oh right, oh cool. I'll check on that later as well. But yeah, so from what they've already released, like the fact that the heretics have such a strong naval presence, and like the loss of Gibraltar when they captured it instead of like the British capturing it all those years ago, that actually has quite a lot of implications, because if you've got a heretic fleet there going around attacking, the English fleet, I'm assuming Spanish and French as well, causing all that mayhem in there, that should actually have the knock-on effect on people like Marco Polo, Columbus. Was the Americas actually discovered? Because those sort of fleets out there, that heretic fleet, capturing and corrupting or just killing ships and crews and all that sort of stuff. So, because I haven't seen anything to indicate that the Americas have been discovered. And by that token, also, you've got like Cook. Like, did Cook sail out and then get down and around to see, to find like Australia, New Zealand, all those little islands, Hawaii and stuff. Although, yes, there were populations there. Yeah, I was thinking that as well. That would be pretty awesome if that was the case, that it took them developing a space program to launch space popes into orbit, and then they go, oh, well, look, what's that big landmass over there across that massive ocean? Then that would be an interesting sort of spin, like the rush to the New World. Like, is it going to be like refugees going over there? How is that going to play into things? What's happened? Like, because they've also done recently up north. There's a northern Hellgate or something. I haven't actually read that bit. I do apologise for my ignorance, but there was definitely artwork, and they were talking about like in the Scandinavian regions that there is actually a Hellgate up there. So like a small one. So obviously we've got Jerusalem, which is no longer there because it's the main hell pit. But they've got another one up north. So could they have other ones elsewhere? There's a lot to go on. Although there was with the Britannia one, because obviously they mentioned Alba and Ayr, but they called Wales and not Cymru, because I don't think, when was Wales wasn't like captured until after, it wasn't like, we took it over, but that didn't happen until after, in this timeline, 1099. That was like in the 12th century some point when that all happened, 12th or 13th century when that happened. So the way I would see it, so the First Crusade goes off, everything goes to shit. So that has the effect that obviously like countries like France, who are obviously like, because of like Charlemagne a few hundred years earlier, their connection to the Papal States, even Germany as well, or not, because it weren't Germany, but that Saxon and all that, and Prussia. they are going to be more sort of, because of this emergency happening over there, they're going to be more sort of focused on, support and soldiers and stuff for that basis. And you would assume, again, England would be as well, because England was like quite before this timeline, before like William the Conqueror took over. England was quite a prize to have. It was established. It had a good infrastructure sort of thing, like taxes and that sort of stuff. It was a rich country in its own right, and that's without going around and exploring the world. And that was one of the reasons why what's his face, William, went over there and conquered it. But after 1099, obviously William dies anyway at that time. But because of this huge paradigm shift in world affairs, how does that have a knock-on effect? Because England might not do the things it did because it's supporting the Catholic Church, because it's Catholic still. There's no Protestant movement at the moment. Does that actually come into effect? Do the Protestants comes into being? Because everything's different now. We know that there's demons out there and devils and stuff like that. So does that change things? Like, again, we might not have a Henry VIII situation because things would be, again, different to what's going on in the world. Like, there might not be a Henry V. I know they've had like Jeanne of Arc, but it's not necessarily like the same as in Joan of Arc, because Joan of Arc does not come into being unless the English invade France. So with this whole emergency thing going on, do they invade France? That's what you got to look at, because that is a major thing. I know they mentioned, like, obviously colonies that England had in Australia, but how? Why? Everything from 1099 should be clean slate, because that Hellgate opening up changes everything in our timeline. So, like, we had the Black Death, which was the Black Grail sort of business. So, things were a bit like the Normans, who are now in charge of England. Do they go and do what they did, where they go and take over Wales? And because it was a Norman hierarchy, who were ruling class of England, and also going into Ireland in Trench Crusade timeline, because you got the era forces. It goes to say that no, England didn't go into Ireland. So why did they go into Wales? And the whole Prince of Wales thing, why? That didn't happen. Would it happen again? Because it was all down to the expansionist sort of thing. It's a lot. You've got to take these little things into consideration. Like, Scotland's still independent, because in my mind, there can't be any North America or South America discovery, because Scotland are independent of the United Kingdom. The United Kingdom does not exist in Trench Crusade, because Scotland bankrupted itself, trying to spending all its like GDP and everything on setting up colony out in the Americas. So that hasn't happened, because Scotland, or Alba, is its own thing. So, yeah, there's got a lot of things that need to be sort of like looked at in that respect, because obviously in our reality, United Kingdom and Great Britain, we took over 2/3 of the world, but that was post. That was from the 12th century onwards. It weren't until 1066 that things changed for us. We were just basically like our little island power sort of thing. We had our dealings with the Cornish, the Welsh, the Scottish, and the Irish sort of thing, and kept on having fights with with the French and Spain and stuff like that. But this whole heretic fleets thing, heretics being such a strong force on the oceans, and basically, there's no Panama, there's no Suez Canal. Sorry, there's no Suez Canal. So there's only one way out of the Mediterranean, and they control the main bottleneck. So everyone who would have come out of there, as I said, like the Genoans, the Venetians, anyone sailing out of there is going to have a really hard time because the choke point. That's the questions that not been answered, but it has been asked. They also have Papal Space Program. Yes, sorry. Once they look back, yes, sorry, done that. Definitely reach out to Thomas. He's very receptive. I may very well do. I did actually send him a friend request on Facebook. But that's the thing. It's like reading that stuff got me thinking and asking these questions. It's like where I've worked in like some fan. I'm assuming most of you heard of the Dornian heresy, which was the counterfactual to the Horus heresy, where Dorn is the main protagonist or antagonist sort of thing. A group of my friends, some of them are now authors for Black Library Night, they got together and thought, let's do, and Pete knows them as well. Hi, Pete. Let's do, pardon me, the Sanguinius heresy. So I thought, oh, okay. Like, I was invited to ask if I wanted to join in, put in ideas and all that stuff. But I sort of fell out of it because what they were doing was go, okay, Cygnus Prime, we'll send somebody else there. Obviously, it's switching around the sides. So Sanguinius is the main bad dude. Who was with him? Who was against him? So they had like Cygnus Prime. They had Istefan was reused, and a lot of the other main things. And to me, why would they? They're just following the same progress of the original heresy, but Sanguinius isn't Horus. Sanguinius never went to Istefan. So why would they use the same things? They would do other stuff. So my main point was like, if you're doing it, you've got this whole new breadth of universe to play with. Make shit up. Don't directly just flip key points from the Horus heresy, because it wouldn't necessarily, like, Sanguinius is a totally different general to Horus and Erebus and all that sort of stuff. You've got to have those sort of, you're starting afresh. So start afresh. How did this happen? And what happens because of that? And then that happens. And then that happens because of that happening. That's the whole thing. You can't just basically just use the same timeline and just flip the characters around, because that wouldn't necessarily happen. Apart from the Siege of Terror. But did the Siege of Terror happen quickly? Did that fail? So yeah, I always sort of see these things. That's a good point. Thank you. It's why I stay away from fan fiction. I end up just getting annoyed. Yeah, it's good to be creative. There's nothing wrong with like doing that sort of thing. But I'm one of those minds, like, because of my sort of like imagination, creativity, and like my sort of my passion for sort of like historical stuff and retainer of useless information. I see something and I go, but why does that happen? You can't just say, oh, this happened. Yeah, but why? What caused that to happen? Why did they go to that particular place, that particular time to do that? There has to be cause and effect sort of thing. So, oh yeah, we turned traitor, we attacked there. Okay. Why? Oh, you're attacking a Forge World. Oh, okay, you're attacking a Forge World because it has strategic importance or resources. Oh, resources. Fine, bang, bam. You've gone there now. So where you go from there. It's actually funny that Rick Priestley was once asked what he thought of the new law, and he said that he had to stay away from it as he kept thinking that's not how it works. Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like, you know, a lot of the stuff that they've done in the past, you know, it's going to get retconned, it's going to get changed, which it has. But, you know, changing for change's sake is not necessarily a good thing. And if you do change it, why? What's the reason? What, you know, is there a problem with the way the law was in that particular thing? Does that cause conflict with stuff that comes out later? Yeah, that's fine. But just changing it for change's sake is not, you know, it's not good. Sanguinius would have been interesting as a god figure, probably have a really big chance for a religion schism. Yeah, you know, you could say that was the whole point of his schism, is that he might have listened to Lorgar about the Emperor being a god, because that's going to cause shit. And he's going, Father, you are a god. And he's like, no, son, I'm not. No, but you are, sort of thing. And that's how arguments start. In Trench Crusade, I'd like to know how Japan and the Far East fits in. Yeah. You know. And that's the other thing. Because of Dad, why am I a literal angel then? So again, with the Trench Crusade thing, and like, I don't think in Trench Crusade England should have its colonies as it has, sort of thing. Like, you know, Australia, like, purely because of that one critical point. You've got the heretic fleet holds Gibraltar, so that's the Mediterranean out the window, and they can rove out across northern Africa, up the Bay of Biscay, around Spain, and all that sort of stuff. So obviously English fleets would have to go out further, and they could get, you know, obviously those days, like the seafaring was a little bit more riskier because they'd like to stay nearer to the coast. But you've got to get past all these roving heretic fleets, because they've got to follow that down, because there's nowhere else to go. If they go north, they find all the ice. If they go south, they find the heretics, and then hard going all the way around. Because again, it's down to the Portuguese. They went the furthest round first. They went round and charted the whole of like Africa and Cape Horn and all that sort of stuff, or Cape of Hope, whatever it is. But that heretic domination of the oceans with their submarines, that makes a big thing. Again, why would they go out exploring? So, you know, you could have, because like Spain doesn't go to like Columbus doesn't go to the West Indies, because they may not have found India, because that's the whole point of going there, was that they wanted to get to India quicker, thinking let's go the other way around. But if you're not in contact with India, because those ships going down there and all the other stuff, East India Company doesn't exist, so India doesn't get taken over by England or Great Britain or wherever it was at the time, because it wasn't quite Great Britain, yeah. That doesn't happen. Africa doesn't get pillaged for slaves and stuff, because they're not sending them out to the New World for working in plantations in the West Indies and, you know, South America, North America, and all that sort of stuff. You know, but you've got the indigenous people of South America, like the Mexica, sorry, and like, you know, the Mayan and all that sort of stuff. Maybe their culture has raised up further because they haven't been attacked back in 1492, and then obviously Cortez doesn't happen. So all those people there. It's like I was watching something earlier on. They were saying like they was estimating that in like Southern America pre-Cortez there was a population of around about 150 million people. That was the estimates across the whole of South America. Cortez happens, so obviously not only killing, getting people to fight each other, and all the illnesses and viruses that they brought over, sort of thing, and smallpox. They reckon after sort of, I think, 5 generations, that number, well, the people that was left was round about between sort of 14 to 20 million people left after like 100 odd years. So that doesn't happen, but they've got their own thing going on. They've got their evolutionary ways and stuff. Who knows? And then obviously with North America, nothing gets settled over there. Like, we just don't know. All we know is that that wouldn't be necessarily affected, but it might do now because of the Northern Hellgate. Is what happens with like the Northmen. Do they go to Iceland? Do they go to Greenland? And then from Greenland, do they go, because they did go to North America, and do they continue to go there and populate it? All this stuff you got to worry about. Right, sorry, I've been talking a long time about stuff. Where's my paint gone? The bed in black. So what are you up to, Pete? Just got home from footy, a bit of a chill time. Cool. And why not? It was I listened to well, it's on YouTube, but it's I can't remember a bloody thing called. No, don't want to do that. Where is it? Yeah, the overlap. Which is what do you call it? Gary Neville, Ian Wright, Roy Keane, Jill. Oh, fuck. England player, Jill, whatever her name is. Jill Scott. And they had Sol Campbell on there on the latest one. And I thought, oh, I'll give it a listen. I'll hear what he says. And he's just, oh my God. Yeah. I really don't know how to take him. I can understand wanting to leave a club because you want to win, Yeah, that's fine. But it was going on about this whole thing about where an incident at Derby County at this match, and he was accused of breaking some guy's arm or something like that, became a thing for Tottenham as a negotiation tactic to keep him at Spurs. And it's like, what? Okay. And he's like, yeah, it was like, I was really sort of like turned my head and all this sort of thing. And then like, I was looking at all these clubs. I hadn't decided. But he did say like, obviously he was like really annoyed because of this thing. And it just sounds weird. Like, why would a club try and basically like sounds like trying to bribe him, blackmail him into staying? It makes no sense. And then the thing is, like, when he left when it was owned by different owners. So, was he upset because of what? Because it was under Sugar's thing when Sugar was in charge, I believe. This sort of like tactic or whatever. I haven't checked up, so I might be wrong. But if it was under Sugar's watch, okay, yeah, fine. If he's done some stupid thing like that, okay, it's not right, it's wrong. But that's sort of, it sounds like the wheeler dealer type thing that he might have done. You can probably believe it like that, which still sounds weird. But Spurs were under new owners when he left, so you can't really use that because that's happened in the past. You can't really use that as something because it's a different owners. And obviously he was there for a couple of years until he left. So what the fuck? Yeah, waiting for my models to arrive. Looking forward to get stuck in. Yeah, I couldn't wait, and I've just gone batshit crazy with them now. I love them. And I'll look forward to seeing what you do with yours as well. Back on a hobby bus tomorrow, doing Crusade campaign with Elder. Awesome, Jill Scott, thank you. He's stuck the boot in your lot a bit. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like they were saying, like, I'm gonna really listen to it because he definitely said that because of that whole kerfuffle or whatever, I'm sure he said he wanted to get his own back, sort of thing. But then later he weren't saying that. But yeah, it's like the whole thing about him going to Arsenal, like it's the way he done it, and everybody said like all his close friends are like, why are you doing this sort of thing? They questioned why are you know what's going to happen. He was told, but he's still done it. So he's very focused, single-minded. Like if he's not, he even said in the interview that he got his debut when he was 18, got played, and then he wasn't played again. And he thought, oh, I'll put up with this a little bit more, but I'm already going to think about leaving. What? Okay. Like I remember back in those days that you might get someone come in last 15 minutes of a match or whatever, just to get them used to it. You don't go straight in week in, week in, week in. No, that's not how he worked. But he was already thinking because he weren't getting regular team football as an 18-year-old that he was already looking for another fucking team. And you're like, what? Like even the looks on their faces as well. Like Roy Keane, Gary, even Ryan, not Ryan, fucking what's his face? Rooney, Wayne Rooney. Like, and they're going, what? Since I'm back the highest level, I'm giving all my gaming mates warbands, so I have opponents. Nice. I'll never paint more than 2. And to be fair, yeah, you might get some additions later on or whatever. But I said I'm really with the 2 that I've got. I'm pretty chuffed with them, and I'm not one of those people that will want to go. Oh, no, this army sounds a lot better. I'm going to get these. I'm not like that. I like these. They've got some character. They've got some sort of like something about them, and there's nothing wrong with that. I also back the Red Brigade, so models. I do like the look of the Red Brigade as well. So maybe because they are another faction of Antioch, aren't they? So I might go that because I've already got. Where is he? Yeah, so that dude. So his Red Brigade and Doggo, Ammo Doggo, is also Red Brigade. So, yeah. For days. Feels like rewritten history, yeah. It doesn't make. It doesn't. Yeah, I'm going to have to look at it again. I'll message you a link for the rule set. Too long for YouTube. No, that's all right. Yeah, I see it. Yeah, yeah. Cheers for that, Duddy. That's cool. Excellent. Yeah, cheers. Chew! Oh, mate. Definitely some reading there. Cheers for that. Gosh. What the hell's going on? No. Trying to focus on what the fuck I'm doing. Alright. That'll do. Right. Get you back in. Hairdryer blow. Our Red Brigade are proper Brit laddos. I'm also pulling Jameson Guinness today for the stream. Nice. good, good. Yeah, I'm just finishing off my Biera Moretti, sorry. Sniffles. Sniffles. That time of the year when it might be a cold, might be hay fever, could be both. Yeah, we just don't know. It could be anything. Right. Like Stream Heretics. Okay, but only because this isn't a love button. Thank you for the likes, much appreciated. You bugger off. Thanks. That's it. That'll do. Let's wash these brushes. Where's that sponge I had? There you go. And what I now need ist gut. Where's that little tiny little brush for what I use for stabbing? I say stabbing, it's more of a stippling stab. there. That's not good. Oh, there you are. And this done. For a second there, I had the song to Whizbit in my mind. Yes. Excellent day. What am I throwing around now? Nope. Pathcyclics. Whizbit was just on. He was on site. Ha ha! This way, I say. Nice. I should bid you all good evening. Pleasure as always. Thank you for hanging out again, Mac. I hope your little ratties have come along to a satisfactory conclusion for the evening. Haha, that away. My oh my. Oh, come on, just focus for just a moment. Right, I think it's time that I actually done. Yes, the receivers. Aluminium or jet exhaust? Thank you very much, buddy. I do try whenever possible. It's getting pretty hot in here at the moment. That's going off. Try, you generate great results in your sleep. You, sir, too kind, sir. But I shall accept it, thank you. For all your kindness. extra. Je ne sais quoi, as they say. Right. Just give that another little blow dry. Bosh. That will do. That will do. Mm. Nope, 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 nope. That's not nope. Nope. Go around, but good to see you, matey. Good to see you too. Thank you for dropping by, my little delicious friend. I hope you enjoy getting back into your crusade shenanigans. Right, I'm gonna have to go for sex goggles for this. I'm actually trying to paint nipples. Right. And I think with that, I am. Come on. That's better. That's not doing it. All right, but that's 2 heavy suits, 2 tank hunters taken care of. Observer. Observer. I really like him. Doggo. Witchfinder. Ammo monk. Combat medic. You can't quite see. So that's who we have so far in this happy band of mercenaries and New Antioch soldiery. Yeah, I think I'm done. So thank you all for coming to hang out this evening. It's been really quite a lot of fun. I've enjoyed myself as always. We've got another 2 models for this Trench Crusade done, so that's awesome. Really don't mind that at all. And I'm sure I've got plenty more to get on with. So we've got Shieldy Dude, another 2 of them, and a load of irregular, well, we'll say stormtrooper types, trench troops, and rank and file sort of thing. But anyway, thank you all for, as I said, coming to hang out this evening. It's been fun and enjoyable, and I hope you've had some nice moments for your hobbying and listen to me drone on about stuff. So I will be back on Wednesday evening, usual time, usual channel. Hope to see you all there. So enjoy the rest of your weekend. I hope you have a great time, and I'll see you on Wednesday. So adios, muchachos, and take care.